Are you struggling with Docker on Windows 10 and facing the dreaded driver failed programming external connectivity on endpoint error? You're not alone. Today, we're going to tackle this frustrating issue together. I completely understand how annoying it can be when you're trying to get your project up and running, only to be stopped by an error message. It can feel like you're hitting a brick wall, but don't worry, we will get through this. Let's dive into the specific issue at hand. One user recently reported that when they tried to run Docker Compose Up -d, they encountered an error related to external connectivity. They were wondering if it might be a port issue, since they had previously tried using port 8080. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. So, what could be causing this error? It often relates to port conflicts or issues with Docker's networking setup on Windows. We'll break it down step by step to help you understand what's going wrong. And stick around. At the end of this video, I have a crucial tip that could save you from future connectivity headaches. To address the error the user is encountering, we will first check if the port is already in use. This can often cause conflicts when starting services in Docker. If the port is in use, the user can either stop the conflicting service or change the port in the Docker configuration. Let's look at how to change the port. After updating the port, the user should save the changes and then restart the Docker services. This can be done with a simple command. Finally, the user should verify that the service is running correctly by checking the logs. This will help confirm that there are no further issues. Fun fact, did you know that Docker was originally designed to run on Linux? It has come a long way to support Windows, but sometimes it still has a few quirks. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution from another user suggests that the issue may arise from port conflicts. They found that their Docker container, which runs NX, was trying to use port 80, the same port used by IIS. To resolve this, they changed the port in IIS to a different one, which solved the problem. That's the end of that answer. Let's see another perspective. This user suggests checking for any old services that might be using the same port. They found that after changing the image name, the old container wasn't stopped, preventing the new container from starting. Let's move forward and look at another answer. One user shared an alternative solution. They mentioned that after multiple restarts of both their Mac and Docker, they resolved the issue by stopping the Apache server using the command sudo apache ctl stop. This might help if you're facing similar connectivity problems. Let's check out another perspective from a different user. An alternative solution suggests restarting Docker as the simplest fix. If that doesn't work, check for any exited containers using the command docker psa and remove them with docker rm followed by the container ID. Additionally, consider changing the ports in your docker compose.yml file to avoid conflicts. Also, ensure to update any virtual host configurations to match the new port settings. This should help resolve the connectivity issue. That wraps up that answer. Let's move on to another one. An alternative solution from another user suggests a few steps to resolve the Docker connectivity issue on Windows. First, restart your computer. Then, open PowerShell as an administrator and run a specific command to set the network category for Docker. Finally, restart Docker to apply the changes. Here's the tip I promised. Always check your port configurations and ensure no other applications are using them. This simple habit can save you a lot of time and frustration. And there you have it. With these steps, you should be able to resolve the connectivity error and get your Docker project up and running. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more troubleshooting tips. And remember to keep experimenting with your projects.